Congress may be ready to call a truce in its ongoing budget wars. Negotiators have reached a 2-year spending agreement. Their next step is a vote in the House later this week.
And if it's approved, the budget deal would prevent another showdown in January like the one in October that shut down part of the government. Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill this morning. Nancy, good morning.
Nora and Charlie, this is a true compromise, the kind we don't see in Congress very often. And the reason it's so important is that it could bring an end to this terrible cycle where Congress can't agree on a yearly budget. And so they fund the government in fits and starts, setting up showdowns every few months.
Defying expectations, Republican Paul Ryan and Democrat Patty Murray announced they had reached a deal Tuesday after 2 months of negotiations.
This agreement makes sure that we don't have a government shutdown scenario in January. It makes sure that we don't have another government shutdown scenario in October. It makes sure that we don't lurch from crisis to crisis.
The deal sets government funding levels at just over $1 trillion for 2014 and 2015, right between what Democrats and Republicans wanted. And it partially rolls back those deep across-the-board spending cuts known as sequestration.
This bipartisan deal will help millions of Americans who are wondering if they were going to keep paying the price for D.C. dysfunction.
Sequestration cuts will be replaced with a combination of cuts to less critical government programs and hikes in user fees for some government services, like the TSA fee that's tacked on to airline tickets. President Obama called the deal a good sign, and congressional leaders from the right and left gave it their blessing.
It was a compromise. We didn't get what we wanted. They didn't get what they wanted.
The agreement won't win support from some conservatives who think sequestration cuts should be bolstered, not replaced. Florida's Marco Rubio blasted the deal, saying, quote, "This budget continues Washington's irresponsible budgeting decisions by spending more money than the government takes in." Ryan, who, like Rubio, is considered a possible presidential contender in 2016, argued the deal is just a first step.
As a conservative, I deal with the situation as it exists. I deal with the way things are, not necessarily the way things I want them to be.
Ryan will be briefing the entire House Republican conference on this deal later this morning. There are bound to be some conservatives who don't like it. They will want more cuts, but he says in the end he feels that he will get healthy support. And already, Nora and Charlie, many Senate Democrats are weighing in to say they don't think the deal's perfect, but they can live with it.
Nancy, thanks.